This is Mary Jo. Today, welcome to my kitchen. Today we're celebrating Halloween. The challenge that I've always had when my kids were growing up was that I wanted them to have something nutritious to eat before and after they went trick-or-treating, but it was always a challenge. So I've come up with some ideas. I don't want them to always have the candy, but this way they're going to be eating healthy and hopefully they'll fill up on healthy food and eat a smaller amount of candy. First, what I've done is, one idea I have is the tortilla. Now I've taken some sharp cheddar cheese, you have mozzarella, it's really up to you the choices. And I put it on, toasted it, and the tortilla, and then, nice and crispy. You hear that crisp? That's just wonderful. This is exactly what the kids love. And I make this small enough so that they can just pop it in. It's quick, it's delicious, the cheese is a wonderful melt, and it works very well. It's nice and quick and easy. Another idea I have is the pizza. Of course, favorite pizza. Again, you can take anything you want. Of course, I use my handy dandy spray. I like to combine the cheeses. Put some mozzarella, put some sharp cheddar. If you have a little chicken, you could stick in the chicken. It really depends on what your kids want to eat. If you have a little time, they can help you make the pizza. You pop this into the toaster oven or the oven, and you come out with delicious, wonderful pizza. Again, nice and crispy, nice and crunchy. This is exactly what the kids want. If you want it softer, don't leave it in the toaster oven or in the oven longer. But you can melt that cheese, pop it right out, and it's nice and soft for the kids. Again, cut it into smaller pieces so it's nice and easy for the kids to eat while they're putting on their costumes and really enjoying their day. One thing that I did do is I took another idea is I have the hot dogs. Now, there's all different types of hot dog. There's the regular meat hot dogs. And what I like to do is I use the meat hot dogs, but I try to get the 97% fat-free or lower fat content. It's much better for the kids, less grease, less fat, less calories. You can, again, I take a wrap, I put the hot dog in it, and I like to slice it. I've already cooked the hot dog for about 5 minutes in the oven prior to doing this. You can take some cheese, no cheese. Again, I spray it, pop this into the oven, into the toaster oven until it's nice and crispy, and again I fold it. Now you can leave it large like this or you can make it small. The choice is really up to you and really up to what your kids like. You'll know what your kids do like. Now, hamburgers, great idea, wonderful, the kids love it, make it quick and easy. What I've done here is I have a pita pocket. And you can use the pita pocket. This is toasted. You can use them soft any way you want. I've taken the meat, the ground beef. Again, I purchased the 97% fat free beef. So there's only, actually this is 93%. There's only 7% fat in this. Much better, much healthier, and I'm happy to have my kids eat this. One of these is a plain burger. I did use when I was making the burger, I did add an egg, I added garlic, I did add some Italian seasoning, and I did put in some breadcrumbs, just a little bit of breadcrumbs, maybe for about 1.5 pounds, I only used about 1/4 cup. I used the panko Japanese style, and I used the whole wheat. Great taste, much healthier, and the calorie count, just keep the amount of breadcrumbs down, and it works out very well. Put these in the oven, bake them, and it worked out very well. What I like to do is cut them in half. This is a plain one. This is a plain burger that I made for the kids, depending on if they like plain or if they like something else. Now, the parents are going to be eating too, and I like the burger, but I like to have some vegetables in it also. So what I did was, prior to cooking, when I was making it up, I added vegetables. So this is, hopefully you can see this is full of vegetables, much better. Get those vegetables in there any way you can. Then what we'll do is we'll take the pita, add cheese if you want. It's really up to you. Any kind of garnish. I like to add the red leaf celery, red leaf lettuce. I like to add a little bit of the cheese. Keep the amount, the portions low. This is a mixture that's in the actual burger. I put some scallions, some mushrooms. I had cooked this before, and now I'm using it as a garnish, and I also used it, I put it into the actual burger. The flavor is tremendous. It's just fabulous. You're going to love it. Now again, the kids can make their own if they want to put it into their pita pocket, or you can do it. Another idea I had was the burgers, the hot dogs. Now, what kid does not love a hot dog on a stick? Again, I've taken this and I sprayed it with my olive oil, and I coated it with the Japanese panko breadcrumbs and the whole wheat. Look at that. Doesn't that look great? And the kids love it, and I serve that also. I pop it into the oven for about 15, maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Get a nice crisp on there, and the kids absolutely go wild with this. Now, this is something that you can give to the kids before they go trick-or-treating. That's what I've done, because when they're out there, if they're full, they tend not to eat as much candy. But when they come back, have this available for them too. I mean, this is just great. This is plentiful. This is just a wonderful selection, variety of healthy food. And of course, I throw in the fresh vegetables. My kids growing up love the fresh vegetables. Not so crazy about the cooked, but they love the fresh. So cucumbers, peppers, celery, carrots. You don't need a dip. There's so much flavor in this. The kids are going to love it. Try it without it. They really don't need anything. Now, after they come back as a special treat, I know they're going to have their candy and they want to go through everything. You're going to want to check everything. But what I also do is I prepare a dessert for them. This is fat-free, sugar-free pudding that I've made ahead of time. And I've actually put these together ahead of time, and I've just left them in the fridge. With the Cool Whip, fat-free, light Cool Whip, there's very little calories in this. This is great for the kids. It gives them something chocolatey, but it's also nutritious, and it's a healthier dessert. I've also taken fruit, and I've added the Cool Whip to that also. So you do have alternatives. You do have some options that you can give your kids. I like to keep the candy intake down to a minimum, especially that first night that they're so excited they got so much. There you go. Enjoy it. I'm going to start with dessert first. Enjoy it. Happy Halloween to everyone. Be safe, be careful, but have a great time out there with your kids.